Watercooler. Watercooler. Watercooler.
Hey, welcome to Watercooler, episode number 345. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know how also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69. Oh, it's 344. 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 68. It's a four, almost the five banger, one under the five banger. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. We apologize for releasing this episode a day late. I had a big movie premiere thing to attend, and in the after party, I'm very, very tired. But we'll talk about it. With me today, you know the show goes. Chris Locks on Kick It with Gary Smith.
So what's up?
Mike Dawson.
Yo.
Hey, guys. And then from Austin, Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
I hear we might have a surprise guest joining us in studio very soon, too. So I'm looking forward to that.
Grab the bag.
Yeah. And, Dawson.
What?
You had a big show on Friday. I want to hear all about that. And, of course, I'll talk about a crazy party of the year. So, but let's talk to Dawson first. Dawson, how's your show, man?
It went awesome. We had 38 people pay a cover charge.
Dude, weren't you aiming for like 25? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we did good. Thank you to everyone who came out.
Congrats, man.
Pretty good show. And then, of course, there were probably like 30 other people there watching the other bands. So it was a big house.
Yeah.
And it was their small room.
Small stage. I've seen that stage. To fit a full band up there.
Yeah.
It's a tight squeeze.
We were kind of packed in there. It was funny. George says to me afterwards, he says, it's a good thing one of your guys isn't left-handed.
Yeah.
Because if he was, we would have not fit on that stage. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
Well, you could. Oh, because the way I saw a picture of it, and the way you guys were staggered, your necks were kind of going into the other person's space.
Right.
So it was a.
Right. I'd find myself turning around on stage to look at Rainin on drums, and Izzy would go back to back with me right away, and we didn't even have to move. And then we just realized, all right, dude, we're doing back-to-back guitars right now. Sweet.
Will does that
Just
to me
stumbled into
sometimes. Where we'll both be kind of jamming out. Maybe I'll be playing a solo. Maybe he'll be playing some intricate bass parts to complement it, and then he likes to do the back-to-back or just like face each other and get real close. And rock bands do it.
It's a rock move.
It's a rock move. It feels weird. I don't think
putting your foot on the monitor or something.
I put my foot on.
I gotta say, I do not know how to play guitar, but if I were to learn, the sole purpose would be so that one day I could do that back-to-back guitar solo thing that everybody does. Like, that's bucket list.
It's a great thing.
It's bucket list.
Back-to-back is better than the close face-to-face, though. The close face-to-face,
yeah, that's a little weird.
That can get a little uncomfortable.
I just don't know if we're there yet.
Yeah.
Like Will and I, we've been playing music for a long time, but the face-to-face, just really just getting right in each other's grill and kind of just feeling each other that way.
You gotta pick your song on that move.
Yeah, it's
face-to-face works when two of the people are doing backup vocals on the same microphone.
I like that move.
It's the only way it really works.
That move's cool, and I think it actually sounds good because the one person is a little off axis or a little farther from the mic, so it's a little airier. There's a little more room rather than everybody getting right up into the mic and singing equally. So yeah, it's a little airier.
Although I have seen like Rich Robinson and Mark Ford do face-to-face, and I've seen some of those three guitar bands. When you're a fucking rock star, you don't give a fuck, dude. You'll do face-to-face all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Face-to-face, back-to-back. You're all over the place.
Yeah.
Dick to dick.
Dick to dick.
Butt to
That's kind of like face-to-face, but you kind of let the lean back a little bit when you do it.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Actually, that's just called a sword fight. You use your guitars.
I used to do that move where it's a guitar throw where you take the guitar and you throw it over your shoulder. It would flip over and then come back. Mm-hmm. And I would practice that in my room because I thought that was so cool. Mm-hmm.
You need some serious strappage on that.
You need some strap locks, tape it down. And I learned that the hard way. Yeah. I've let my guitar fly in my room at shows. Like it's happened to where you could do it both ways, and they both look very different, whether you go to the right or if you go to the left.
Izzy's got like hex bolts and washers in one of his guitars.
Does he do it?
So that he can do that, yes.
Yeah, it's too scary for me. I would never do it.
Yeah.
But it's and you might hit somebody too. But I used to time it out. Like some of the songs would have like a crazy pause where and then all of a sudden it's like bam, and then just goes right back in, and you would time the flip to hit right.
If you do it right, there's nothing better. But it's a low percentage. It's a low percentage shot.
It's a low percentage move.
Yeah.
What about?
All right, hear me out. Hear me out, Mr. Cuban. While you're here, listen to this idea. Hula hoop guitar.
I like it.
Mount the guitar on the hula hoop. You can do all sorts of spin moves, use all different parts of your body. Imagine going to a show and watching a dude fucking hula it with his neck, which is probably one of the more difficult hula. Wow.
And you also don't have to tell your parents you're gay. You just get a 2-for-1 right there.
What thoughts? What are your thoughts on people playing guitar with their teeth? Is that awesome?
It hurts my teeth.
Seeing
someone else do that hurts my teeth.
I thought you meant doing it hurts your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it.
That's kind of weird. What about the behind the back over the head?
Stevie Ray Vaughan did it impressively. It's been done. Leave it alone.
Yeah, and it's not as hard as it looks. Like if you got the right, especially if you're just playing chords.
I'm hopefully gonna go see Richie Kotzen in a while, and he's one of those guys who's on that SRV level.
So you have to be
I'll let you know if
rip.
he does it.
You have to.
If you play the guitar behind your back, you can't just be playing scales. You have to fucking wail.
Yeah. What about drummers who flip their sticks or do twirls?
I'm a big proponent of stick flipping, twirls, tosses.
You like the theatrics? You like it?
Stalls.
But isn't it a disaster if you drop one? Like, isn't it just so JV?
It
they got
looks
a pile
terrible,
of sticks.
right?
It doesn't. You got a pile of sticks right there. You drop one, no problem. Pick it up. No one really knows.
If you're trying to look cool, like you toss your stick up in the air and you miss the catch.
Does
that?
You're playing a song. You're over it, dude. That second is gone. You'll think about it after the show and be like, shit, I missed a stick catch, but I didn't miss a beat. And that's not,
as a fan,
fan,
I'm okay with said drummer dropping the stick. I'm just impressed that they even tried the trick. You know what I mean?
Oh, so the attempt itself is enough for you, Matt.
Yeah, the attempt.
Yeah.
And again, I don't play drums, but if I were to learn how to play drums, it would be so that one day during a concert, I could do a stick flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
it's also on my bucket list.
Think of a salad,
you got
dude.
a very musical bucket list.
Stick flips are like the croutons, man. If you got a good salad, you don't totally need the croutons, but you get the croutons in there, you're like, sweet.
You like the croutons?
I like the croutons.
What about the guitarist who hit the drum set?
I've done that before. It seems a lot cooler than it is.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop me from continuously doing it.
I feel like the drummer doesn't like it.
No, drummer's fine with it.
Okay.
But it never sounds good. You can't ring out a cymbal because you usually hit it with a tuning fork.
Yeah.
So you're hitting metal on metal. Also, you've got a guitar strapped to you. So it's not like you have very good wielding room to strike the cymbal in an appropriate place.
Yeah.
So in theory, I like it. In practice, I don't.
Yeah, all these rock and roll moves. Yeah, you know what? A lot of emo bands used to do. Dots like the singers, they would take the microphone and by the cable, they would just like swing it in circles and do these big swings, like Taking Back Sunday and stuff. Is that you like that? And then catch it.
As an audio engineer, I'm not happy with anybody putting stress on connectors.
Oh, that's where you draw the line?
If you're going to do that, you need to let me know well in advance so I can gaff the fuck out of that microphone.
Yeah, that's not putting tape on it. Everybody,
answer it as a rock star, though.
I'm not into it.
Yeah,
I think
have any rock stars?
I think Roger Daltrey did it awesomely. Nobody is going to throw a microphone better than Roger Daltrey. Same thing with Stevie Ray Vaughan playing behind your back.
Yeah,
it's done.
Go ahead, Matt.
I'm wondering if any rock stars have ever used the microphone cable like a lasso and like actually like thrown it into the crowd and like hooked somebody and then pulled them up on stage and then they like sang
No.
together.
Possibly.
If that's
You
never
can't do
happened.
that.
No.
You can't do that.
No,
man.
Chris,
it could go
Chris, that could be
very
your
wrong.
move.
That could
That's
go.
your move, Chris.
That could go wrong.
Matt, I have a surprise for you.
But it could go so right.
Yay.
Oh, look who just walked
Oh,
in!
look at this.
What's up, dude?
Hey guys, the band's back together.
Yeah.
Kalen
Look at
Bean.
me in
Looking
studio.
good,
Kalen
dude.
Bean's what are you doing
Looking
here?
healthy and shit.
I was in the neighborhood.
Oh
I
my
figured I'd pop by.
Nice.
Wow.
Hi, Matt.
Oh my God,
Hey, buddy.
if Matt's background just falls flat and it's actually like the room back there and he's been here the whole time and then he walks in a studio, what a great penultimate episode of the Four Banger
Yep.
series, the season of the Four Banger. And I would love it.
I'm just excited
Matt,
to see Kalen.
come on
So
in.
who's here?
It's nice to be back.
I'll get
Back in
right
my
on
spot.
that.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, it's
Kalen.
great. Your microphone's already turned on. Like that went really smoothly. That was amazing. Great job, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gary. No, really though, Gary's very,
It's all Gary.
Gary's very good. Here, Dots, let me read. So I'm playing this festival in San Clemente.
I know. I saw that. I'm jealous and happy for you at the same time.
It's gonna be cool. I'm really pumped. But they gave us some rules.
Okay.
I'm jealous I can't come.
Oh, you would love it, Gary.
I
It's
really would. And
family
it's in my
friendly.
neighborhood. I'm going to be out of town, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's family friendly, but their thing is we remember no rowdy music, which I think we get kind of rowdy.
There's gonna be no swearing. They'll give you
No
one
swearing.
free one, and they'll get a warning, and then they will promptly shut off the.
No consuming alcohol while preparing or during your set.
Yeah.
What?
Still jealous,
While
Dawson.
preparing your
Yeah.
set.
No, I.
How do you enforce that, though, Matt?
Yeah, not that I
Yeah.
will, but yeah, it's just and they're really weirdly they don't like grunge. Like there's a lot of like grunge rules, like no grunge.
Yeah?
Really? Like, what's does it say no grunge specifically?
No,
or
well,
there-
no rowdy music, i.e. hard rock, punk rock, or grunge, or music that's found to be inappropriate.
You got to understand, Chris, you're in deep South Orange County.
So they got a crowd there that are used to getting, and it's San Clemente. It's a beach town.
Yeah. No, I mean, but then we looked
laid
at some of the other
back.
bands, and they're kind of some punk
They don't
bands,
want
so I think it's a
they don't want
soft-
this to be an aggressive thing. They
Yeah.
don't want a mosh pit. That's essentially what they're saying.
They don't want a mosh pit.
They don't want a mosh pit.
All right.
They're not saying anything about the microphone lasso, though.
They
So
haven't.
Keep that in mind.
They also
That's
did
true.
not
You
say
could-
you couldn't do Biggie covers. So that's always an option.
Yeah,
Well,
that may
that's
also be a
half the
little
set.
risky.
Yeah, that's half the set. Well, Dots, I'm glad your set Hotel Cafe went really well, man.
Good, it went great.
really
They
pumped
want
on
us to
it.
come back, and I said, hold
Yes.
off.
Why?
Hold off.
Why?
Oh, we'll book it, but I used up about every favor I had in the book to get people to come out. I can't do this again real quick.
Let it breathe.
So we're going to
breathe.
try to get in the big room next.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well,
But they like us. They want us back.
yeah. Oh, I'm glad, man. So I'm really tired today. I apologize for if I'm at low energy, Chris, but yeah, late night. But anyway, so I thought I'd before we get into comments, I want to talk about the party of the year,
Yeah, dude.
which is crazy, and that's on Sunday. Gary Jr. turned 3, and
Rager.
it was wild. Woo!
I'm so jealous.
It was pretty rowdy. It was,
Dude.
I mean, it was.
I saw pictures of
3-year-old
dinosaurs
utopia.
walking around.
Yeah,
Lot of
my
dinosaurs.
50-year-old sisters decided to get the giant dinosaur blow-up things.
The wearable ones or nice.
And surprised him towards the end of the party. And we weren't sure how that was going to go. Either it could have scared the shit out of him and ruined the entire thing. Nope, he ran right up to him and was hugging him and was all
Yeah,
about
it was
it.
really cute.
It was really cute.
Turned 3 Rex. That was the
Yeah.
theme.
Yeah, Doss.
I love. Don't you love that?
It's the kind of shit that you.
Oh,
goes
it was
on.
it was
This-
amazing. He had a
great.
shirt that said he was 3 Rex.
I think you can write for
Gary had a
TMZ
shirt
someday.
that said
Papasaurus.
Daddysaurus, and then producer LL had one that said like Ramosaurus. Yeah,
That's awesome.
All the family members had
it
dino
was
shirts.
it was perfect. So I was very graciously invited to this birthday, and I had to get a gift. But so I went got a nice T-Rex puppet, and I'm driving over there. I'm on my way over there Jen had to work, so this is all Chris solo mission right now. And I'm driving over there, and I'm thinking, did I RSVP? I don't know if I did. And now I'm worried because I didn't make the RSVP, but then Gary the other day, like weeks ago, said, "Oh yeah, you're busy that day. There's something going on." We had like this weird rapport about that day, so I was like, "Oh, maybe Jen," because Jen got the invite. Maybe she told him I was coming, and I didn't know. And I don't want to just show up. What if they don't have enough tacos for me, and then it just gets weird? Or what if they don't have enough cupcakes or something like that, right? Like I don't want to put them in that weird position that I haven't RSVP'd yet.
Well, I mean,
What if they run into party favors for all the other small children in attendance?
Exactly. There's a lot.
I'm glad I waited.
Me too.
I mean, you work together, so it didn't just come up, "Oh, hey, see you Sunday."
No.
No, that didn't happen.
We have a lot of other stuff on our plate.
No, it's
Okay.
funny. The thing he alluded to about when I said he was busy that day was about 3.5 weeks ago, and
Yes.
it was during Watercooler.
Yeah, it was. I was talking about I had a show and then something.
It was about there was a show you wanted to go see at a venue somewhere, and I said, "Oh no, that's on the 31st, and you're busy."
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I thought, oh, I guess I'm good. But I never officially RSVP'd. So
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wasn't running the RSVP, but we,
Yeah.
RSVP was.
And then it's a party. Do you guys? Is it just a common? Is it common just to let yourself in, or do you ring the bell?
Well, there was a sign on
Yeah.
the door that said, "Please let yourself in."
Yeah, but
So-
if
There
there
you
was
go,
no
that's what you
sign,
do.
if there was no sign, what do you do?
Depends. I mean, if it's
If you hear hubbub,
I don't know. It depends. There are certain friends and family members that I wouldn't think of knocking. I would absolutely just let myself in. You know, I'm showing up right now. Like I'm on time.
Yeah.
My house is your house. I would expect you to do the same at my house.
I think if you wanted people to knock, you'd lock the door.
Yeah.
That might be.
We got into an instance where I hadn't realized it, but my doorbell is broken. So that was why we went about the sign.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
put that on the sign, which I didn't know. I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah, that's how I knew.
Every
it was
dude
broken.
was rolling around this thing, judging me like, "What's up with your fucking doorbell, jabroni?" And I'm like, "Look around, bitch! I've been fucking decorating this house for 3 weeks."
Yeah.
Helping. I wasn't doing.
It was
most of the
weird
work.
because she's like, "Doorbell's been broken for 5 months." That's what the sign said. Sorry, doorbell's been broken for 5 months. Please just let yourself in. It's like, really? She had to put the timetable on there? Yeah, that was weird. And then there's like, doorbell's been broken for 5 months, parentheses, Gary. And then please let yourself in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was passive aggressive. That's what the sign said.
I mean, that's what I read. That's pretty. I mean,
Wow.
Chris might be embellishing a little.
yeah, it was implied.
Not much.
But
Nice.
so go to the party, ton of kids, and Gary has the bounce house. They have the dino themed everything. They have a dig site with like some sandboxes and some fun goodies inside of the sand that they're all digging for. Juice boxes galore. I learned a new thing. So after everyone ate all the tacos, everyone's kind of full and just hanging out. Gary's wife opens a Costco-sized box of potato chips, and I'm just thinking, baby, we already ate. We ate. What is going on here? Now it's snack time. We already.
What do you mean it cost like a refrigerator box?
Let me-
no. I mean, no.
It was a box of individual sized bags.
Oh, okay.
Those little bags
All
like we
right.
have
Yeah,
here. It was like a box of
Oh.
60.
38 bags of chips.
Yes.
Yeah, 30.
Okay.
And but you're opening. You're putting out chips right now. We all just ate. In my mind, I'm already waiting for the cake. Like I'm full, and so she puts
Gotta
out
have
this.
You got to
Chips
do that
for
for
cake,
kids.
dude.
You got to do that for kids.
Well,
you got to
see,
give
that's
kids
exactly right.
options, and here's some chips, and then that way they're not going to come and bother the parents. Mommy, I'm hungry.
Boom. So yeah, that's exactly right. So
good
Kaylin's,
job, Joya.
Kaylin's daughters are there, and they are
Not
running,
having the taco bar.
They are running amok. They're just Kaylin's running all over the backyard, just trying to keep track of these girls.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, once Joy opened those chips, they were just sitting down quietly, just eating chips. And Kaylin looks and drinking juice, I think, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Kaylin
Capri
just-
Sun.
Yeah, Kaylin just looks at me and goes, "Chips and juice."
Chips and juice.
That works every time.
Well, I'll tell you, I made a massive miscalculation as to how much juice like 11 kids were going to consume because halfway through the party, I had to leave and go get another round of juice, like 100% more juice because we were completely out.
100% more juice. Oh,
Yeah, they'll put down like 3 an hour, right?
I mean, if they're
I mean, just it's like me with Coors Lights.
Yeah, especially if they're running around in the sun like they were and playing and using the bounce house.
Yeah.
So basically just constant
Bounce
exercise.
house. Talk about burying the lead.
Chris-
Holy shit! This sounds like the goddamn greatest party of all time.
Yeah, Chris said that.
Let's just move on.
we don't have to. No, I have a small bounce house that's for kind of for toddlers only that I actually own that I can blow up in my backyard.
You
Dude.
own a bounce house.
Yes, I do.
Gary,
You've made it. You've made it.
Oh,
This is it.
It's a brilliant.
Larry, what's Larry
brilliant-
Miller say?
Oh, if
Game's over.
Yeah, game's over. You've already won. If you,
Yeah.
the bounce house, if you've purchased it, it is an incredible investment that pays for itself in no time, because I come from a big family, and all my cousins have kids, and we go to parties. Like my uncle or one of my cousins brings over the portable bounce house that travels pretty well, and you just blow the thing up, and the kids are just completely occupied with this bounce house. You don't have to worry about them. You just watch them. They're all safe. I mean, the thing's a bounce house. Like, what are they going to do? And it really is an incredible investment. Highly, highly recommended. And I don't think they're insanely expensive. Like those huge ones, the big castles that are taller than your house. Yeah, you don't want to buy those, but they have smaller ones that I think are a lot more appropriate. And I had a slide at the end too. It looked like a blast. And
Oh man, was that your favorite part of it, Chris? Or
there was he did have a miniature cornhole too, like.
It wasn't even miniature. It was made out of like a fabric.
Yeah, it was basically, what was it?
It was PVC pipes with like a piece of nylon stretch that had a hole on it.
It was
This
like
toddler. It was $4 for the set of 2.
Yeah, so Kayla and I were like, let's play some cornhole on this thing. And you toss the bag, and basically if it landed on the nylon, it acted as a trampoline, and just bounced your bag right off. So but it was super funny. So we were having fun playing, and then I go over to Kayla, I'm like, hey, let's stop, because if Gary sees me playing this, he's gonna have a field day.
I was a little busy with other stuff, man. You should have had fun.
Yeah, but Gary, you did a really great job at the party. I had a blast, and
Thanks,
I'm
man.
just like a solo dude just at this kid's party, but I had a really good time.
I'm really glad, and let me not to correct you, but Joya did a very good job.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I was doing a lot trying to help day of, but that whole thing was weeks and weeks of Joya. Speaking of things that are $4, are you guys aware of this place called Five Below?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Dawson, next time you see a Five Below, check it out.
It
because
looks like it
basically-
should be an ice cream store. Or
Yes,
something.
it looks like it should be like an ice cream store or something. But basically, what it is they went, those 99-cent stores are kind of janky. How about one where everything's under $5? But you get quite a variety of stuff that's pretty cool for under $5.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a Forever 21 or something.
No, it's like a under $5 store.
Oh, I like that because they're building one right by my house.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Nice.
So I sit down at this party. I have my tacos. And Kalen sits down next to me. He goes, hey. I go, what's that? He's like, he looks left. He looks right. Coast is clear. Reaches into his pocket. Takes out a pack of that sour salt that he's obsessed with and just slides it right next to me.
You said you were intrigued. They're like 10 cents a piece.
Yeah. I tried it. It tore up my gums. That thing was just straight up salt, sour. It was delicious. It was
How'd it
spicy.
taste?
But it was as if each grain was a razor blade. And it just tore up my mouth. Galen, how do you eat that?
You just
suffer.
Yeah. And then Kalen, I text Kalen. I'm like, it was really tasty, bud, but it hurt my mouth. It like ruined it. Kalen's like, yeah, I'm still recovering before I can have my next one. Like, what are you doing? Who says that about food?
That's
I love. What can I say? I love it.
no,
I do.
it's like a borderline addiction, but there are worse addictions. That's
I
all
guess.
good.
Yeah, be addicted
I know
to
what
that.
I
You're
know
right.
what it is. It's yeah.
I'm not fully addicted either. I can limit myself
Yeah.
to like 2 a week.
Yeah. And then that's enough. That's enough. And then I
So
go.
wait, was this before or after I was sitting with you two and he came back from the taco stand with what, tahini or something? And he slid one to each of us?
Oh, that was it.
That was it.
That was
That was
it?
it, yeah.
Okay.
And then that's a tahini. It's like some sour powder. But
Supposed to put it on fruit.
yeah, exactly.
Did you?
No, I eat it straight. That's what he
mainlines
said.
it.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The addiction.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I've never tried it. I've seen the commercials. I've never tried it.
In the commercials,
Is it like
I don't, is
doing
it tahini?
straight?
Is it the
No, they
same
put
thing
it
as
on-
tahini? Because it's not tahini. It's a
not
different.
tahini,
It's a
but
different
similar.
brand.
It's more
Okay.
sour, and
Okay.
yeah, tahin's a brand, but it's a lot more sour. It is spicy, lemony.
It's like the fully
salty.
leaded to tahini being the unleaded.
Yeah. I don't know. The commercial shows them putting it on fruit, and I'm like, fruit's pretty good.
No, tahini.
If I'm gonna eat a piece of fruit, I'll just eat a piece of fruit.
I'm intrigued.
I don't need to season my fruit.
I'll try it.
Caleb, this was gnarly.
My fruit
I honestly
is
did not
seasoned
know
by
what
God.
this was supposed to go on.
Oh, it's great on fruit. Put it on your watermelon. You're gonna have a blast.
I
But
probably will.
the tahini is kind of like the corporate brand, and you got like the black market stuff. That
I got the good stuff,
You
yeah.
got to get the. I'll always get the fucking black market shit.
And then there are taco ladies there, slinging up the tacos, quesadillas, burritos,
perfect.
whatever. It was so good, and I'm ordering, and then I'm like, oh, what should I get? I'll just get a pork taco, and I really love quesadillas. I love a quesadilla, especially when they make it right in front of you, the big flour tortilla mat. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Matt's nodding his head. He knows his mouth's watering right now. And they go, what kind of quesadilla do you want? I'm like, give me the steak. And then she's making it, and this tortilla is about 3 times the size of my face. Like, it's huge. I'm watching them make it, so I'm like, okay, this is gonna be my meal for the entire day. But I'm really excited about this. And she makes quesadilla, hands it to me, and then the girl behind me comes up. She's like, I want a quesadilla. And she's like, what kind of meat do you want? She's like, all 3. I want to throw my quesadilla in the trash. I was like, oh, you can do that? What?
Suicide.
I know. Can you believe
That's somebody.
that?
I'd be like, where do you work?
I know.
I'll double your salary.
That's exactly.
Come and work for me.
That's exactly. Can you imagine? She orders the.
Yeah, like you're fucking thinking.
Yes. I would have never, like 10 out of 10 times, not thought like of combining meats, and that's incredible. I just hats off to her, and I was just jealous that I didn't think of that first. I even told Caleb about it after walking away. Like, we were walking to his car, like, you won't believe what I just saw. I told him
As
about
Chris was carrying a plate full of tacos to take home with him.
Did you go play your show after that?
I played the night before.
It was so the party was on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a
Nice,
Sunday
right
party.
on.
And so we played I took tacos home because look,
Hey.
Jen wasn't there. I wanted to bring her some tacos. There's definitely going to be leftovers.
Right. Tacos are for Jen. Sure.
They were. Why does everyone keep saying
I want
that?
verification.
Yeah, I didn't believe it either.
I want
Even I got the plate,
verification
I
that
asked-
Jen actually ate the tacos.
I asked Joy
I'll take
for
it-
foil, and
I'll
she's
take
like,
it
"Oh
a
yeah,
step
sure for
further.
Jen." I was like, "Why is everybody doing this?"
I'll take it a step further, Dawson. I guarantee you, not a single taco made it into the city of Long Beach.
Yeah, I bet.
Those things were gone on the
in the car.
605. It was good food, and look,
Those tacos
there
were
was
bomb.
there was more leftovers than we really know what to do with, or
Yeah.
So,
Well,
by all means.
speaking of the quesadilla, though, I tell Kane about it. Kane's like, "Eh." I'm like, "What? Quesadillas just telling?" He goes, "Yeah, I'd rather have a grilled cheese." I look at Kane like, They're not gonna
They
make
don't-
you
yeah,
grilled cheese,
no,
dude. Why are you?
I'm not-
Why are you just putting up a random?
We weren't talking
food?
about at the party.
Yes,
we were talking
we
about in
were.
general at that point. No, we were talking about what we have in our fridge and making things at
No,
home.
but I told him, why didn't you get a quesadilla? Because you'd rather have a grilled cheese. That's what you said.
I would rather have a grilled cheese than a quesadilla.
And then, and I was thinking, like, yeah, they are really similar. Like the American version of a quesadilla is the grilled cheese. Like, it really. But so, what do you guys?
I'll tell you
Kind of, yeah.
I feel like for me, the thing that gives the quesadilla a slight edge is if I have to prepare it. Because if I'm going to make a grilled cheese, now I got to get the butter out. Now it's going to take me a little bit of time to butter the bread, toast it up. I'm not going to go. Y'all know how to make a grilled cheese. Yeah. Quesadilla.
You don't butter a quesadilla too?
Throw that.
You can.
You butter your quesadillas?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't?
Fuck yeah, I butter my
What?
quesadillas.
Oh yeah, you
Absolutely.
cook it in butter.
No,
oh,
but
yeah.
you typically do?
If I'm making
Butter
a
on the grill,
quesadilla,
in the pan.
yeah, I butter
Yeah.
the quesadilla.
I've made
sure.
quesadillas my whole life, and I don't think I've ever used butter.
Well, buckle up.
Oh my
I'm with
gosh.
you, pal.
You are
There's
about
a whole
to
new
go on
world
a
Does
here.
make it better.
I am
magical
going-
carpet ride.
I'm gonna have to
Everything's better with butter.
I'm going to butter a 3-meat quesadilla when I get home and just I'm going to live my best life.
I will often, instead of getting a burrito, I'll call the audible and say, I'm not going to get a burrito this time. I'm going to get a quesadilla, but I'm going to add rice. So I get the meat, the cheese, and the rice in a quesadilla. And it usually costs like $2, $3 less. And when you add the rice, you get a lot more food than a burrito. You know, it costs like $2, $3 less than a burrito.
Yeah.
And a lot of Mexican places, they go heavy beans. A lot of that heft is the beans. You take that out, they really got to throw meat in that quesadilla.
To heft it, yeah.
They got to heft it up a little bit.
And you're really you're just ordered a flattened burrito, but with nice melted, evenly melted cheese.
It's a burrito press.
Yeah.
Dawson, have you ever gone full quesarito? That's a burrito that's made out of a quesadilla.
The tortilla is a quesadilla.
I possibly.
It should
I'm
be
intrigued.
served at the Orange County Fair.
Yeah.
Like
I've made a burrito out of 2 leftover burritos.
What?
I took 2 leftover burritos.
Did you just combine them? Like you stuck them together?
Cut them up, mix them all together,
burrito?
threw them in another skin.
Skin?
Burrito skin. It's a burrito skin. That's what they're called.
It's called a tortilla.
Okay. You go ahead and waste syllables. I'm in and out in
Tortilla is
skin.
Spanish for skin. Everyone
Yeah, I
It's a
prefer the grilled
burrito.
cheese
It's a
too, Kale.
Throw it in another burrito skin, throw some cheese and some hot salsa in there, and you got a burrito.
Okay, but just, if we're going for economy of words,
I've had
burrito
taco
skin
burritos.
is more than tortilla.
Say it again?
You called it a burrito skin.
Yeah.
That's more than tortilla in terms of economy of words.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I said skin.
He did just say skin and
I'm
it
just
freaked
saying
me out.
burrito skin.
Okay.
It's
We all know how to count. We all know that.
That's I admire you not wasting food.
It's you can get really clever with leftover
Burritos.
leftover burritos. If you get a chili relleno as one of your sides and you don't eat all of that, that also goes really good into a burrito. I'd try it.
I'll try it, but I have to have leftover burrito first to do
Yeah,
that, and I never have that.
Right.
That's something that's never in my possession.
Wouldn't that be a burrito relleno burrito?
Burrito-reno. Yep.
My mouth's watering. Also, at this party, Gary Jr. got some really cool toys, and there was these 2 toys that just intrigued the hell out of me. And
Me too.
There are these eggs.
Dude, I was getting. You was not. All right, couple things.
What are these things?
Gary
couple
Jr. was carrying them around the entire party.
They would.
I was like, is that the toy? What's
Okay.
going on here?
So there is a few different sizes of what are called smasher eggs.
that's such a good name.
Which basically
Yeah.
looks like a giant plastic egg. They come there's one that's this size, one that's this size, and then there's like the big one that's this size, and they have a bone sticking out of them. And once the plastic's all off from the store, they are perforated in such a way that if you smash the thing, it will break into either 2 pieces in the case of the smaller eggs, or
Okay.
the big one, it breaks into like 6 pieces.
All right.
But it can be reassembled by an adult, not by a kid. And inside, depending on the size of the egg, is like little projects. Usually there's a lot of slime involved.
That's pretty
sand.
badass.
Yeah, it's really cool. You don't not you,
Sand
you
and
want
slime.
it like outside. You do not. These are not inside toys, but they're pretty cool. And then at the end,
It almost became an inside toy.
at the end, it's an inside toy because you go through the slime and the sand and you extract pieces of a dinosaur that you then put together. And at the end of it, you have a new toy.
Yeah.
And
So
you have an empty smasher egg.
So he had smashed them, got the stuff on the inside, but now he's still carrying around the smasher
No,
eggs.
there's
No,
these things are
we
still
were not,
wrapped.
We were not letting him take the wrapping off, but he
okay.
was so excited to
So
have
excited.
them.
He's
carrying
walking around with
around.
these eggs that just are begging to be broken,
Oh,
and he's
God.
walking around these huge
It's
dinosaur
torture.
eggs. Like,
But he was handling it. He was cool.
yeah.
I think he would have been down if someone was willing to open them,
So-
which
Right.
Chris
Yeah.
and
I
every
was-
other adult there wanted to open
I
them for
wanted
him.
to see it
Right.
so badly, and Gary has to explain to everybody. They're so messy. Like there's slime in them. There's sand to get all over the place. Like we're just gonna have to do this later. I mean, they're really cool. But Gary's
awesome,
like
though.
explain to me how awesome it is. Like, oh yeah, like these things are. The toys got a lot better since we were kids, and they're awesome. They're totally worth the money. I love it. And then so I just can't stop staring at these things, like wondering what's gonna happen if he cracks them open. But it has the wrap on them still. So there's no there's if you
A
even
kid's not
wanted
getting that off.
if
A
you
claw.
wanted this to open it, he can't yet because somebody has to take off the wrapper from it. So you're just walking around with this big plastic egg that just it's like a big red button that someone just tells you don't push. Like, oh my god, I want to just push that thing. So. See, it's almost the end of the party. Everyone's starting.
If I just showed you a big red button and said, "Do not push that,"
Oh my god!
are you
you'd
telling
destroy me
that you would have a very hard time not pushing that button?
I wouldn't even break eye contact. I would be hyper focused on this thing. So it's around the end of the party now, and some of us went inside because it was like a weirdly the most humid day in California. California's had
Very hot.
Very lucky with like 80% humidity for some reason.
Yeah, in years. Like I can't remember a day where it's been that.
I was going around doing shopping that whole morning, and every time I would come out of the supermarket, my glasses would just fog over, and I'd just be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did get hot. That was weird hot.
It was weird hot.
And
So-
it rained. Did you guys know it rained at like 8:00 on Friday night?
Well, it moved
Or
around
something?
all of Southern California
Okay,
because it was
yeah.
pouring on Sunday during the party at my parents' house.
Crazy.
And,
Oh, weird.
You know, it was It was weirdly cloudy too, so it
Yeah,
wasn't like we were getting
overcast.
pelted with sun. It was just hot and
Yeah,
muggy.
hot and humid. I mean, yeah, Kalen lost a lot of water that day.
Yeah.
I saw. And then so I go inside for a little bit because they got the AC pump and they got Toy Story on Gary's new big TV.
That's a nice TV.
I'm gonna
Thanks,
go.
man.
That's a nice TV.
I'm gonna go check this out. And we're in there, and the kids are playing in there, and then I see Gary Jr. walk over to Kalen and hold out this egg, this huge egg. And Kalen just goes, all right. And then Kalen takes off the wrapper. Now
Someone didn't get the memo. That
I'm
this was
watching-
not supposed
You did
to
not
be.
get the memo.
I did not get the memo.
I'm watching
all
from a
right.
distance.
How am I going to deny this sweet, adorable little boy presenting me with
This is the
something that
kind of
I
shit
am myself
I would have showed up
curious?
for.
But
What
see, this
is
is
there?
also the difference between a parent and a non-parent. Because at a certain point, Gary Jr. came up with a bag of chips to Chris and handed it to him, and I was standing nearby, and Chris just immediately went,
I don't want the chips.
and like
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
for approval.
I'm not going to open
And I was
I
like, you
don't
can
know
open
what
them, and okay,
Yeah.
so he opened them. Kalen, little kid comes up with a toy. He's like, all right, open
Yeah.
the toy.
So Kalen is now taking off this wrapper, and now there's a naked egg, and just
It's on like Donkey
it's,
Kong.
It's on like hey, I have the biggest smile on my face, and I'm watching from afar, and I'm thinking I should say something, but
He didn't.
Kalen's a dad. I mean, he kind of knows. So I'm just gonna.
It's not like an actual dinosaur is going to pop out of this, you
yeah.
know? What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, so Kalen has unwrapped this egg, and I'm so pumped. And he's starting to take it apart, and then what happened? Did you just get caught or something?
I think it was Joya from the other room discovered that it was mostly unwrapped and went,
no.
Yeah. And then now I'm like,
she said something like, oh, he finally found someone to do it for him.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
was
she
like,
did say
oh,
that.
is this not supposed to?
and then I go up and I go, Kalen, come on.
You just scold
That's
him.
messy. There's slime in there. There's sand in there. It's everything you don't want on your carpet. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? And then, but then Gary let him break it open later, and then put it together. It was it was satisfying.
What I
for me.
hadn't told you guys in advance is that it is all packaged again within
Yeah, there's-
itself. So when you break the egg open, it's satisfying to see it open, but then you're just holding a big
false
plastic
advertising.
bag,
Yeah,
basically.
there's an enclosed bag that needs to be broken or that needs to be opened inside of the egg. So
It's still pretty sweet, though.
it was pretty sweet. I mean, I really just want to see the egg break, and
Yeah.
and I saw it. So, but nice job, Kalen. And then
Thank you.
And then I come into work today or yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago. When did I come into work? It's been
Monday?
a long time. Monday. And there's a bag of party favors for me. Gary got me party favors and brought them to work.
Yeah, Matt, your joke earlier was actually very well crafted because Chris at a certain point looked over at me and asked if the goodie bags were just for the kids. And so I made him one that night and brought it with me to work the next day.
Put some
it's very
tahini in
sweet.
it.
Oh,
No, I
Got
put all the shit that the 3-year-olds got because
Nice.
I think that's what he actually wanted. He wanted
Yeah.
the twisty straw and the whatever
I mean, who
else.
doesn't?
Nothing edible though.
Were there
That's kinda-
weren't there Kanye? Were there Kanye glasses in yours?
Kanye glasses were in there. You know what the Kanye glasses are, Doss?
No.
They're these glasses where they're just sunglasses, but they're striped with just plastic,
There's
and you
little
only
Little
Shutters.
slits in
Shutters.
between each.
Yeah.
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 I mean, so it was really cute because Gary Jr. showed me his party favor bag, and he takes out these Kanye glasses, and I go,
why are those called Kanye? They've been around since like 1983.
They're Kanye glasses, right,
Yeah,
guys?
they're definitely Kanye glasses.
He's
Yeah.
taking
Kanye took him over in about
Yeah,
2007.
So I go, oh, you want me to put them on you? Okay, so I unfold. He's like, no, you put them on. And so I put them on my face, like, oh, these are, you can't really see how these things are, they're really cool. And he looks at me, and goes, oh my God, you're so cool. And it was Gary Jr. Right as I put those sunglasses on. It's
awesome.
really sweet. And then I tell Gary about it, and Gary goes, yeah, you didn't know me during my Kanye phase. Gary actually, Gary, what was your outfit at at your Kanye concerts?
It's only one concert. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You told me, and I loved it.
I mean,
I told you I wore girl jeans last week, and you were very quiet.
What I said to you, and I'm not sure whether or not this is true, but it very possibly could be, is that you could probably find a picture of me inside an arena in Tucson, Arizona, wearing those glasses at a Kanye West concert. Not ironically.
See? Yeah, he had the glasses.
But it wasn't like a whole phase
What was
where
on
I was
your head?
wearing the glasses like around at all times. Like I was like, there was one concert we went to where
Yeah.
everyone got those.
And if everybody's wearing them too, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
was a
kinda
group
cool.
thing.
Very not functional though. You lose 50% of your vision. It
yeah,
feels like.
it's not helpful.
Yeah, I don't. Very impractical stuff. But Gary and Joya,
Mostly Joya.
nice job on the party. What did you think,
I
Kaylin?
thought it was a perfectly executed party.
Ooh.
There were
man.
there were no faults.
Wow. No, yeah, we had a blast. I thought I also think it was perfectly executed. So nice job. Can't wait for Forosaurus or whatever. I don't know what 4 would be, but we'll have a good old time. Yeah.
I like
I'd have
Forosaurus.
to think it over.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it. Forosaurus isn't really the pun I was looking for, but yeah, nice job.
Velociraptor.
Boom.
You're welcome.
It's done.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. All right. Also, I went to the Easter Sunday premiere last
Yeah,
night.
you
Joe
did.
Coy's
Oh,
new
how
movie.
is that? I saw
I'll
the
tell-
poster.
I'll tell you what, the after party food looked fucking great, and I thought Chris was a little disrespectful with how long he lingered on the garlic fried rice.
Well, no. So I posted Instagram stories. You could follow my Instagram if you want to see them. But the so the after party. So let me tell you. So we get there. It's just me and Adam. We get to the theater. Do the walk down the it was like a pink carpet, but it was like the red carpet thing. All the people taking pictures and everyone's there. Meet a lot of like celebrities and influencers and blah blah blah. They're all out there, and everyone's super nice. We take our seats, and Adam and I sit down, and we're like, oh, no one's really here yet. But they kind of told everyone like, all right, everyone take your seats. So we go sit down, and we look at the time on the ticket. The movie starts at 7:30. And I look at my watch, and it's 6:35. So I'm like, oh, we're going to be sitting here for a while. And we already discovered that there's no booze out in the lobby or at this theater. So we can't go to the bar and get a drink or anything. And I'm already halfway through my free bag of popcorn. But I mean, I'll get another one. Spoiler alert. So
Spoiler alerts to
The claw. That's why we call it the claw.
So I tell Adam, hey, let's just sneak out of here and go to a bar like down the street, get a drink because we got time.
And by the time you finish that sentence, Adam was already 3 steps up the aisle.
Yeah, so exactly. So we go to do the Teddy.
Yeah.
That's what they call the Roosevelt, right?
Sure, the bar at the Roosevelt, I think, is called that. Did you go to 25 Degrees or did you go to the bar?
We went to 25 degrees. The bar was closed.
Okay.
So because it was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we went to 25 degrees, got some drinks, went back, and then Joe introduces the movie. He very graciously thanks everyone for being there. Talks about he makes it real quick. He says like, I don't want to be up here too long. I just want to get this movie started and get everyone to see it. He's so excited about it. Brings up Tiffany Haddish for a little bit. They share a nice anecdote about coming up together, and then brings out his son, which Joe does that a lot. He always
Yeah.
brings out his son. So I mean, and it's really cool. And then they roll the movie. It's fantastic. I was
How long?
I don't even know. It's like probably 90. It's not like it wasn't crazy long. Like
Keeps it moving. I like that.
And I remember just watching it, thinking, okay. Like I haven't really seen like a ton of like Filipino, and I'm not like Filipino representation on the screen. Like I didn't think I was going to be really moved by it, and then I'm watching it, and it like did hit me because he like really nailed all the aspects of me growing up and like all the weird cultural differences between my family growing up that I kind of always felt like was weird about my family, and now seeing it on the big screen. I would say the most surreal thing was just right when they pressed play in this movie. The Universal logo, just like the letters just come across the, just like the opening. It's like, oh my God, this is a big movie. This is gonna be crazy. Everyone was cheering when Universal like came up, and then Amblin and all this stuff.
That is fucking crazy.
Isn't
dude.
that nuts?
That is fucking crazy. Like, this is not like we're not going to a fucking indie feature release.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Like you actually, this is a fucking movie, dude.
This is going to open on 5,000 screens across the world.
This is
That's
a
fucking
real
crazy, dude.
And then boom, there's Joe Coy.
Wow.
Who, I mean, Joe, when I started this podcast, like before it was a Watercooler, it was a podcast called Resume, and I needed guests for it and blah, blah, blah. Like I mentioned to Joe just upon passing, like, hey man, I'd love, to interview for like 30 minutes on the show if you want. He's like, whenever you want. And then, really? He's like, yeah. What about tonight? You want to do it tonight? No, let's just do it next time you're in the studio. He's like, no, I'll come back tonight. Let's go do it tonight. And he drove back that night, and we just like he asked me when I want to do it. He came very graciously, and he hung out for like an hour and a half, and we recorded the podcast. Like it was just like super. He's just so gracious about it. It was like really, really sweet, and helped the show out a lot that he came on it, and so it's just like crazy just seeing this. I mean, we've all kind of seen it, right? This meteorical rise of Joe Coy,
but like that graciousness has never really left. It's like even as Joe was ascending and becoming like the biggest thing in the world, like he always had time for, I mean, at least I've never tried to exploit it, but anytime I've ever needed him for anything, like Joe's there for you.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Oh yeah. Just like straight up 100%, just an incredible guy. So
like that they wrote the line, couldn't happen to a better dude for
about
Joe
him.
Coy.
Yeah.
That line was made for him.
Yeah. So now imagine watching this huge screen, because this is at the TCL Chinese theaters where they do all the big movie premieres, and you're seeing Joe up there, and he nails every part about like at least my childhood and my upbringing growing up Filipino, and just now seeing it, I was actually really moved, and I didn't think I would be. Like, and I hate to say it, but I'm like, oh, because I've never seen that, but now I'm watching it, and it was just crazy. How he just all the little nuances of our religion, of our culture, of our families. Like I felt like I was watching my family on the screen, and it was wild. Like
That's
I got
awesome.
the chills watching it. So I mean, Jimmy O Yang's in it, Eugene Cordero, Tia Carrere, like crazy cast. Lou Diamond Phillips, and this comedian named Brandon Wardell that is hilarious.
Is Lou DP Filipino?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So Joe like hit up like, I mean, yeah, Tia Carrere, LDP, and they kind of made jokes about it too. How everyone thought he was Mexican, like, and because he
I thought he was
Mexican.
American Indian at least or something.
Yeah. So it's just wild, like all these legends like on the screen that because when you're growing up Filipino, you knew who the Filipino actors were. So it was like Tia Carrere, Rob Schneider. LDP, like you just like, oh, like even if they're quarter
Cast of Surf Ninjas,
cast Ernie Reyes Jr. Seriously. So you would just know, like your cousins would tell you, oh yeah, he's Filipino. That guy's actually part Filipino. He's half Filipino. He's quarter Filipino. Like you just pick up on that. So it's just kind of crazy seeing all that. And I was I'm so proud of him. Like he nailed it. Jay Chandrasekhar directed it. So I mean, you got a super funny dude who literally directed Super Troopers and Beer Fest and just movies that are just legendarily funny to our generation.
Yeah,
like directing and even playing a role in it too. So it was just
also. It strikes me, you said earlier that watching the movie was like watching your family on screen, and you of course meant the the nuances were like your childhood, but then you proceeded to list off 9 or 10 different actors, all of whom you have interacted with through the Corolla show.
Sure.
So in another weird way, it kind of was like a family of yours on screen too.
Yeah. There were 2 different like connections
saying?
that I could kind of lean in on. Yeah, when I was watching it, but
Yeah.
Easter Sunday, man, and like, yeah, it comes out this Friday in theaters. I would love everybody to go see it. And yeah, I couldn't be more proud. So the movie ends, and I was wondering too, like, because I've never been to a big movie premiere like that. Applause breaks. What happens? Do people cheer? Do people watch it respectfully? Whatever. Like, do they just? No, they cheered. Like every time like a new character came on screen, everybody just went nuts. Like it was like a sitcom, like watching Married with Children or something. And Bud Bundy walks through the door, or I should have probably said Christina Applegate walks through the door, and everyone just goes nuts. Like it was cool. Like there's
That's
just this
pretty awesome,
energy.
dude.
That's cool, but was it annoying at all?
No.
Okay.
It was everyone just. It was just being in a room full of love. Like
people
everybody
were
just
excited.
so supportive,
Yeah.
and everybody just was so
Yeah.
happy. So it was an incredible experience. Would recommend 10 out of 10 times. So
Nice. I hope it's gonna play next to my house. I'll walk over and go see it.
yeah,
I'm very excited to see it.
and then we go to the after party at the Teddy. It turns out that the after party's there. All Filipino food catered, lumpia das, empanadas, chicken adobo, pancit, and then yeah. So I took a Instagram video of all of it, and then one of them I just took a picture. But the way Instagram stories work is it shows the video for however long you want. But if you take a picture, it's like an allotted 5 seconds.
That was not 5 seconds.
Whatever it was just a picture.
It was like 25
no,
seconds.
then your phone froze, bro.
Bullshit, my phone froze. You want to watch it right now? Fucker.
And there's a karaoke room at the after party because Filipinos
sing?
love our karaoke. No, I didn't. I was just talking. It was just nice to reconnect because I haven't seen all these people in a long time. And
That's super cool.
yeah, like
dude.
Dre was there, like all the people
Yeah,
from like the
yeah.
Koi Pond, the show that Kayla and I worked at, were there. So it was really nice just reconnecting with everybody. And it's wild. Now he's doing Fallon tonight. Like what is happening? It's crazy.
Good for him, dude.
But Easter Sunday, everybody check it out this Friday. And of course, I went with Adam Carolla, so my Uber rating went down another 2%. But it's fine. I even yelled at him when I'm like, what is it? Oh, one of the drivers, he didn't speed through the yellow. He just broke early to hit that red. And Adam goes, come on.
I do that.
Yeah, to the
I
driver.
do that all the time. Do that all the time. I still got 5 stars. Adam doesn't do it well.
Yeah, well, and I just looked at Adam and I just go, come on, man, my rating. You
Yeah.
got to stop this. You
Right.
got to stop this. Because, I think like a lot of the reason I don't have the highest rating here and Dawson does. Actually, Dawson has like a perfect score, I think, but
I do.
is because it's because of Adam. I'll say it.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I know. I'm sure.
Oh, and Matt, you'll be happy to hear this. One of the characters from that movie Hush was at the after party and the premiere too.
Really?
Yeah, they had an actual
The
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky guy?
Yeah, it was awesome. He just played full
He was
character.
full Jabberwocky.
Full Jabberwocky, didn't like
Wow.
talk at all and just like mimed everything and danced at the after party. It was
Did it
crazy.
scare you?
Yeah, I actually was scared.
It scared
'Cause all
me.
all I saw was just him tapping on a glass, like and terrorizing this deaf
Crazy.
woman. But that was the Easter Sunday premiere. It was incredible.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, before we get into the next seggy, I'm gonna have to excuse myself in about 3 minutes. Just I got a show tonight. I gotta go take care of my dogs.
Oh yeah.
It's good to see you, but you guys
too,
will be
man.
in good hands because fucking
He's pointing
C
at me.
Bean is here, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries, Doc.
So I'm gonna just sneak out in a couple minutes.
All right. No problem. When we get in, we'll get into comments. Then you want to hear?
Yeah,
some
great
comments?
idea. I'd love to.
Now it's time for listener
All right, and these are all comments found on our Facebook group page. And if you're not a part of the Facebook group, I suggest you join. Just go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC answer a few questions. We might let you in, but I highly suggest you do join because it's my favorite place on the internet. Everyone is really cool. And it's an awesome, awesome community. All right, Jeff Rosales created a poll. He talked about cupping a fart in your hand.
It's a good poll.
You should definitely join that group. It's
reassuring,
by the way.
It's reassuring. Like 54% of our group are sane.
Enhance your life by joining our Facebook group.
Yeah, it's a cup of fart.
Yeah, so Jeff just says cupping a fart in your hand. Dawson called it a cup of fart. I grew up knowing it as a buttercup. What do you guys say? And there's a poll, and yeah, a lot of people. Well, a lot of people do call it cup of fart, but there were second place was buttercup.
Okay,
and then
I think that is funnier.
Buttercup.
It's better known as cup of fart, but buttercup I think is funnier.
Well, especially if you ask somebody, like you wanna,
do you ask before? Has anyone ever said yes?
You want a buttercup? Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
some people might say yes to that.
I
Like
see.
No one's gonna say yes to a cup of fart.
I see. That makes sense. That's right. That's right.
Nobody's gonna.
They might think you said
Kalen
cup of
Bean.
noodles or something.
Buttercup 101. Kalen Bean.
It's true. I gotta say it's diabolical, but I can't argue with the reasoning.
Yeah. So, and then a lot of other people called it a cup of cheese too. That was another one, but yeah, no, I didn't really care for that either. But buttercup, yeah, Kaylin.
Solid.
Make a lot more friends with buttercup than cup of farts, I guess, right?
I don't think you're making any friends with that
Short-term
move.
friends.
Right.
I guess you're right. So there you go. Jake Zerby, he had a tech talk question. Is a Wi-Fi booster a good way to increase range from a router in front of my living room to reach the backyard, or should I just get a stronger Wi-Fi router? And there is an answer to this that I think.
I need the answer to this.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the router at my house is on the other side of our room. So my Netflix, my HBO, all my streaming is constantly getting fucked up.
Well, the same thing.
Yeah.
The answer that I would recommend that I have done and highly, highly recommend is the mesh router.
That's what I saw in the comments.
Yeah, it's
I did that, and it
multi-point.
still doesn't reach all the way. I got a receiver in my room,
okay.
but I got too many walls between the fucking initial send out box and my bedroom.
Well, but you can add more points to it too, and they each just enhance each other.
I just got to buy another one.
If you put one in between your two that are really strong enough, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Is a mesh Wi-Fi, system, and depending on the size of your house, I have a one-story house, so everything's a lot more spread out. So I had to get the base station, and I have 3 nodes because I need mine to stretch property line to property line. It needs to cover my garage fully. It needs to cover
I only have 2, so I got to get a third.
The original base station that you plug into, and then I have 3 more nodes.
Okay.
And what's the cost like for?
It's not cheap. It's probably if you want 3 nodes, you're talking maybe $400, $500. But you can start with a base station and 1 node, which will be better than what you're dealing with now.
Yeah.
And then you only care about it reaching to your fucking room, so you only need 1 node.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So then if, someone else in the household decides they want it to reach out into the garage or the front yard, they can buy their own goddamn node.
And that was Tech Talk. Ryan Roberts asked, hey, guys, top 5 Rush songs. All right. Who wants to go? Kaylin, you want to go first?
I like the one with the bass.
No. That was a good Tech Talk. Do we have a joke? I have one.
Okay.
That's why
please.
it's a tech joke. How many Apple engineers does it take to...
I don't like this.
What?
I don't like this. Go ahead.
What? How many Apple engineers does it take to replace a light bulb?
How many?
0, because they don't make the light socket anymore, so you have to buy a new house. It's not online.
Not bad.
That was funny.
That's not bad.
Gary would like it. Let's see here. Ryan Roberts says, okay, I need a Bobo Boy Army answer. If you're ordering pizza for a group of 15 people for a meeting, age range 25 to 50, average age around 40. What kind are you going to order? I'm a guy that hates onions right down to my very soul. Oh, Ryan. That's your first mistake, buddy.
Well, that is a mistake, but I mean, there's an answer here, and I think that the sane American thing is to figure out how many pizzas you need, Hopefully that's an even number, and you divide it equally between cheese and pepperoni. Because these people who are like, well, Adam likes them, fucking meatballs and onions and olives. Like, great, but that's not what the majority of people are going to be happy with. Go with the fucking
onions.
two things.
Yeah, that's a bit far for 15 people.
Anything past fucking pepperoni is get the hell out of here. What are you doing?
Okay, because look, he says that they're never the classics like pepperoni, Hawaiian meat, lovers, blah, blah. It's always things like onions, olives, hot peppers, pesto sauce instead of tomato. I just want a classic pie or pizza. I don't know why I said pie on my own. P.S. I've been up with the worst stomachache from eating a single slice of Mediterranean pizza, and I know what was all in it, but didn't agree with me. Sorry for the rant. Okay, yeah, so, yes, working here, Corolla, we have all had the pizza topping thing, which is... In a sense, I agree with. I would love just a 10. Like, and a pizza that's a 10 for me wouldn't be a 10 for everybody else. But you're only gonna get that 10 if more risk, more reward, right? Like, you really have to go for it here. So yeah, like the meatball and then whatever. So,
by the way, I'm not saying that I wouldn't like a 10 for myself either.
Yeah.
But if the question is, you are in charge of ordering pizza for 16 people, most of whom are probably not your closest friends and family members, I still say you have to keep it more vanilla because you have a higher likelihood of pleasing more of the people.
Yeah, so
I feel like with that many people, you could get away with like 3 large, and 2 of them can be, the cheese or the pepperoni or the sausage, and then you can leave the third one to be a little bit more adventurous.
yeah, that's.
I would allow for that as well.
Yeah, I
However,
totally agree.
at the end of the day, when both of the general pizzas are gone and 2/3 of your adventure is still around, you have to jump off a cliff.
Yeah. And look, I told Jenny this when we were planning our wedding. Look, I want the aim to be Yard House, which is a restaurant chain that I happen to like, and I think a lot of people do like because there's kind of something for everybody. You're not going to have the best meal of your life there, but at the same time, you're going to leave there happy. And so there are pizza topping equivalents to Yard House that you can find where there'll be something for everybody, and you'll be okay. And personally, if I open a pizza box and it's cheese pizza, I'm still psyched
Exactly.
Yeah, every time.
because it's pizza. As long as there's pizza in there, I'm pumped. Like I'm good to go.
100%.
So there you go, Ryan. Yeah, get the classic stuff if you want. All right. Let's see here. Eric Lepore says, "What is the right age?" He asks, "What is the right age for the pull my finger joke for kids?" My son's 1.5 and is just starting to understand that farts are hilarious, but he's also just learning how to hold my hand. I feel like it may be a bit early, but I don't want to squander the opportunity to teach him a funny trick.
I mean, look,
I love the comments on this.
the comments on this were pretty good. I didn't read many of them because I have a firm position on this. 1.5,
Too young.
You're playing a short game, sir. I am looking to blow his mind that one first time, because after that, it's going to be, even if I were to do it today, he's, Gary Jr. just turned 3, obviously. All it's going to do is he's going to turn around and tell me to pull his finger immediately, no matter what age I do it in. And then it's going to be that for the next 6 to 8 months, pretty much nonstop. You got to really have him understand, not see it coming at all. And you got to really have something special built up in you, because it can't be that. No. It needs to fucking rock his world.
Now,
Yeah.
Gary, I'm really excited for this moment to happen, but I do feel like you're going to have to act sooner than later, because you never know who else is going to do a rogue finger pull, and they're going to be the first ones to do it. And then your kid's going to come up to you and do it, and you're going to be like devastated that you didn't get to do it.
No, I agree with you. That's a game that is to be played.
Like
but
Uncle
Chris.
Randy,
Oh.
he's absolutely pull that off, or
Yeah.
Chris, exactly.
yeah, no, I mean, look, I think that it will definitely happen before the 4 Rex. That's for sure. But 1.5
Or
I think, is
Velociraptor.
4 Velociraptor. Excuse me, I forgot that. Let me jot that down.
As somebody who doesn't have kids, I would think though that 1.5 is far too young, only because I don't think kids have really learned restraint yet. What makes farts really funny, also, is that they're not that they're typically restrained, and that in society they're not really welcomed, right? So they're kind of that's why they're funny, because they're not supposed to They're not supposed to be like, or they're not
Let
supposed
off?
To, yeah, they're not supposed to be let off in front of others, like or whatever.
Unless it's into a towel.
I like. That's for the Patreon, Caleb.
That's for the pink eye.
I know.
By the way, I did tell that to my wife. She was horrified. Chris. She was horrified.
Oh,
She was like
why?
started to question if how many times have you been to our house for a party?
Gary, you washed your towels after Sunday, right?
I didn't allow him inside. I kept him out. He was in the living room, but the bathroom was locked.
Oh my!
We have child locks on there for Gary Jr.
And I wanted to make that. My favorite meme is that Star Wars meme with is it Ewan McGregor and Natalie Portman?
No,
No,
it's not.
Hayden
That's Hayden
Christensen.
Christensen. Sorry.
Christensen. Yeah.
And it's Hayden is Kalen, and no, I'm Hayden and Kalen's Natalie Portman, and it just goes like, oh, Chris, I fart in the towels in the bathroom so nobody hears me.
Not my towels, right?
But Chris, there's so many people. But you could just go in the bathroom and fart, and nobody will hear you. Can you just do that? And I go, well, Kalen, there's too many people at your house.
that was comedy deconstructed, choked, and thrown off a cliff.
Someone write that dialogue
remember
onto
it.
that actual
I already
meme.
forgot
and
it.
see me-
I forgot it already.
Please,
I got
someone
lost.
make that meme.
My brain.
I
so
understand
tired.
what you were going for,
Yeah,
though. It
I'm
was
so
funny.
tired.
I thought you almost got there a couple
I
times.
know. Anyway, I know that was a dive that I took a header into the concrete there.
I think what you were looking for is like, I fart into towels at parties, and then it's Kalen. Not my towels, though, right? And then it's just you looking.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Anyways, I'm so tired. Okay. Yeah.
I liked Chris's version better.
Thank you, Matt.
The one
Thank
that's 7
you.
panels long.
Yeah.
Has a Jabberwocky in the middle.
Oh yeah. Put him in there too, just for the horror factor. And also, and you guys, you've potty trained your kids. They're
Working on it.
you're working on it.
Yes,
So
one of them is potty trained.
I have my friends learning to potty train, and so I went over to their house, and their kid is learning to potty train. So he's walking around and with no diaper on, and they're like, "Oh yeah, because we got to run him in there, and as soon as he starts going, we'll go." And then so he's just playing with his toys, walking around, and all of a sudden just starts peeing, and my buddy just grabs him and just like as he's peeing all over the house, and just like takes him to the bathroom to kind of show him like what you're supposed to do, and I'm like, yeah. Living with just zero restraint, like, oh, I have to pee right now. I'm just gonna go right now. Like that's kind of their mindset, and I imagine it'd be the same with like farts and other stuff. So
Yeah.
so I thought, okay, so that's why the pull my finger joke would be as funny because they haven't learned the restraint yet. That you saved that fart for Gary Jr.
Yeah.
Gary Sr. All right, let's see here. Oh, Matt Anir, he says he's never had a Choco Taco.
I don't know that I have either.
I have not.
I'm not going to say
What?
for sure
No,
I
I
haven't, but I don't think
Wow.
it doesn't
Well,
ring
they-
a bell.
I mean,
And you never will.
the internet was a buzz, yeah, because Klondike, I believe, is Klondike. They said that they're no longer going to be making them, and it's a big deal. But everyone's like, has anyone really been eating these though? I mean, what's
Do
But
you
like, is that
believe this entirely?
no? See, that's I was just
Is
going to
this
say,
gonna- the
Caleb.
next-
Is
Mexican
this
pizza?
is this stirring up the Choco
Yeah.
Taco talk? So then in 6 months they go, hey, guess what?
Guess
We're
what?
bringing
They're
back.
It's like Dunkaroos. Like Dunkaroos went away for a while, and now all the '90s kids are like, "I want my Dunkaroos," and now they're back.
so it's like Klondike is Hayden, and and Taco Bell is
Taco
Natalie
Bell.
Portman.
I'll give you a good example. They brought back Winamp this week. Like,
Winamp,
yeah,
What is
Wow.
the Windows like
I don't even-
media
wow, see,
player.
it's like it was an MP. It was the first MP3 player that was only on your desktop. It kind of sucked, but like everyone, me and Matt and Chris's age, that's how we use music. That was how we
Gotcha.
consume music. So they brought it back.
You could change the
because-
skins and stuff so it looked
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
You could like personalize the player.
Yeah.
Yeah, get these trippy
Make these playlists.
visualizations.
Oh yeah.
while you're playing your music.
Yeah.
It made your computer monitor look like a lava lamp or something.
Yeah. It wasn't designed for stoners at all.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah, it's just people. They just want to create the buzz.
Yeah, because I mean, I think there's now a very large business in the nostalgia of
member berries.
of millennials, because now a lot of them have money. So it's like, all right, well, we'll take the Choco Taco away for a while, and we'll bring them back, and a certain percentage of people will buy them in bulk.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
I got to say, I had a Choco Taco not that long ago, probably 6 months ago. just for the hell of it. I bought some. They were terrible. I remember eating them as a kid, and they were delicious. But I tried one, and like many things from our youth, they sold out. They changed the recipe. It sucked.
Interesting, because I do remember.
I'm not
liking
really
them.
gonna miss it.
Yeah, Kaylin, you would love it. Oh no, you wouldn't. You
I
don't
don't
get
think-
to
yeah.
Gary, you would love it because it's a the shell is a waffle cone
Yeah.
filled with vanilla ice cream, and then there's chocolate and nuts on top of that.
You
It's like
had
a
me-
It's like a deconstructed drumstick.
You had me until the nuts. You fucked it up.
I fucked it with the nuts.
I don't need the nuts. No, get out of here. Get out of here.
Mm.
Have you seen the meme going around that's a picture of a Choco Taco and it says $1,200? I know what I have. It's a pretty popular one right now.
It's true. It's true. There's some. Yeah, gonna get some black market choco tacos. But anyway, yeah, a lot of people really.
They're
upset about
really
that.
brilliant because they actually have found a different way to use the ice cream cone, to use that waffle to actually not conify it, but tacofy it. It's brilliant. And frankly, there should be more variations of this. I want the paper airplane version of it, but, waffle shell.
Yeah.
Fly it into my mouth. Come on.
I think the marketing. Yeah, send it. I think
Full send.
the marketing of it was just, not the distribution. Like, for instance, an ice cream sandwich. Who here doesn't love an ice cream sandwich? We all love ice cream sandwiches, right?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
You're
Caleb
kidding.
doesn't like dessert.
I don't not like it,
Kaylin,
and that's saying something.
It's
For
an ice cream
desserts.
sandwich,
Salt out of a
but there's
bag.
sour powder all over it.
Yeah, there
Now
you
when
go.
eat it.
Yeah, pour some tahini on it.
Yeah, Caleb's palate's already effed. Dude, you're just not calibrated right now for flavor. Yeah, so I love an ice cream sandwich, but I will never buy an individual ice cream sandwich.
Then how much do you love them?
Oh, if someone hands
Great
me
question, Gary.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
question.
if someone hands me an ice cream sandwich, I love it.
Sure.
Like,
If someone
it's the best
hands
day of
me
my life.
Well,
What?
that was a bad analogy.
No, say it.
No, it's all good.
Say it.
No, it's all good. I mean, it's funny things people could hand me that I would consume, but I mean that doesn't mean I love them, or else I would seek them out on my own and purchase them for myself.
Well, I do love ice cream sandwiches. I will say, but I don't buy them individually. I buy them in 6-packs. Right?
How many ice cream sandwiches are in your freezer right now?
0. I ate them all.
When
got 'em in the first half.
When was the last time there was an ice cream sandwich in your freezer?
It's within a year.
Within a year.
Yeah.
Kaylin, when was the last time there was no ice cream sandwiches in your freezer?
Again, I have kids who love ice cream
That's
sandwiches.
what I'm saying. So 3 years ago?
yeah, it's been probably a
Same.
solid 9 months.
You have
Same.
ice cream sandwiches in your fridge?
Hell yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
If I told you all the stuff that was in my house, I would be freaking broke right now.
I know. It was really, really good food.
Chris was going after it. No, the food was great. It was good, and I was glad everyone was enjoying. We
Yeah.
still had tons of leftovers.
Yeah. I'm saying taco should be sold in 6-packs. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Like nobody want to buy a choco taco on its own, but if you're at the store and you saw a bunch of choco tacos in a pack, that sounds good. Get that. Let's see. Oh, Jeffrey Lee says I'm going to try these. Chris, you probably enjoy them. They're crispy shrimp cheeks chips that you
No.
found at Costco.
Don't do that.
Like
Eat that.
shrimp, fried
Try
shrimp
that.
heads. And I would 1,000,000%
For
try that.
sure.
The most flavorful part of the shrimp, I'll say it 1,000,000 times, is the head. It's where all the flavor of the shrimp comes from. It's the head. It's my favorite part of the shrimp to eat, and now I could just eat the heads. That's awesome.
Not the whole head, dude, just the cheek.
No,
which
it's really the
are
whole head, though.
Very tiny. Very
Yeah,
tiny.
tiny. You have to use tweezers to eat them.
Any update on the French onion soup ordeal? Laura Lee couldn't find them in her.
Oh yeah,
Trader Joe's island.
there's an outage.
Oh, no.
Yeah, supply chain shortage.
Matt, have you checked Austin?
The Trader Joe's is so fucking far from where I live. It's not worth it. But, I'm sure that they're part of the nationwide shortage as well. I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Very disappointing,
yeah.
Gary.
Everyone kind of knew about it. Like we went to another Trader Joe's and they're like, "Oh no, you're not going to see that one for a while."
I just thought in Texas because it's French, they might like revolt against it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
true.
If it was
wouldn't
American
even be
onion
allowed.
soup, then that'd be one thing. But French onion soup,
Freedom onion soup.
yeah.
Well, let me tell you guys a little trick when you go to sushi. If you see some sweet shrimp sushi, order that. I always get 2. You order 2. This is the bar. It's like the bartender's handshake. It's a sushi chef handshake. You order 2 sweet shrimp nigiri sushi. Nigiri is the when the fish is on top of the rice, Kalen. So it's they get it for you, but then they ask, what do you want to do with the heads? Because there are two ways you could have them. You can like boiled or fried.
Fried.
Yeah, get them
Clearly.
fried. Yeah, get them deep fried. I mean, they're good either way. But you get the heads, and it's like you get extra sushi. So that's what I'm talking about. So it's like you get extra food, and it's probably one of my favorite sushis right there with the uni. But it's the
Ooh.
yeah. Highly recommend. If you see sweet shrimp on your sushi menu, try it. It's wonderful. It's the texture's incredible. It contrasts with the rice really nicely, and they give you heads. They give you the heads, and it's like bonus. You get bonus sushi right there. Boom. So there you go.
Boner time.
And lastly, Eric Parpart says, I'm watching the newest episode of the pod on YouTube, and I'm going by the wardrobe choice made by many of those in the studio, and I hereby name the guys in the studio the Plain T3. I did not stick with that today. And Kalen's here. He's wearing his Enjoy Slurm shirt, which that's new. That's new, right? Just kidding. Just kidding. I've seen Kalen wear that.
Kalen wore that to our interview.
Yeah.
I love this shirt.
You do love it.
Yeah.
Gary is holding strong with his. I typically do wear plain shirts. And I've said it before, the cartoon wardrobe, I just like not having to think about what I'm going to wear. And I just pull it out of my drawers and I just put it on and I can go to work. And typically it's full of blank shirts because I don't have to worry about matching or any weird messaging at a professional place like this one. So
I've been letting my kid pick my shoes lately and then trying to match it based on what he picks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so there you go. Well, white shirts kind of match anything anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. Good on you. But yeah, I like just wearing plain shirts. It's just easy. I don't have to think about them. But I left a lot of my clothes here last night because I changed here and went to the premiere and then went home. So
1 day's worth of what you were wearing is a lot of your clothes.
yeah, a lot of my I wear the shorts. I like those shorts, and I typically wear those more than 1 day.
There was a time when I was still working here, towards the end of my employment, and we would get in the booth, and Chris had bought like an 8-pack of shirts, all the same kind, but all different colors. And every time, time I noticed he would just wear. Those are the only shirts that he would wear. And I turned and go, "It's a blue day today, huh?"
Yeah,
You got the
Caleb
black
called me
one on?
out. Yeah,
Where's
Caleb,
the gray? You haven't worn the gray in a while.
Caleb keep track, and Caleb wore that shirt every day while he would judge me on my shirt.
This and Star Wars.
Yeah, and your girl shirt too. Yeah,
that one's getting ratty. I can't.
that one.
It's got holes all over the shoulders.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Yeah, you like the all over print. You used to be all about the all over print.
Yeah, I'll rock that.
Yeah, see, so there you go. All right, well, those are comments. Thanks everybody for commenting. Are you here tomorrow? Okay, or you're gonna zoom in, right?
No, I'm not going to be around when you guys are going.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna have to do a Zoom show tomorrow because the studio's closing up early this week. But do you want to do a flick-in before we get out of here?
I got one.
Okay, let's do a flick-in. And then if it's all right with you, Matt, we'll save the Shay for tomorrow's Zoom.
Yeah, sounds good.
Since you'll be attending.
We all want to know what day. Your opinion's what we need. So Kaylin, get on that mic.
That mic and flick the bean.
Oh, Kaylin, flick the bean. Respect all women.
Flicking the bean.
Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie The Contractor.
Oh. Wait. Which one's that one? Oh, I guess you can tell us.
Yeah. It's called The Contractor. It's currently available on Showtime. They're running it like, if you have, cable, you can see it on there every once in a while, but you can just go to the app. You can watch it there.
No, I'm going to wait.
Who has cable?
I do.
You wait for movies to just play?
No, but if people have cable and they're flipping through the channels and they see, The Contractor, they'll have heard me review it and they go, maybe I'll check it out now.
But you're not going to be able to watch from the beginning more often than not.
Hey, stop. You're bugging me. Get your hands off the mic. You can hear it.
You can hear this? This sounds different?
It did when you were talking like this.
Sounds way different.
Yeah, so if you're watching it just on regular scheduled programming, you're going to miss the beginning.
Maybe. Depends what time you catch it.
It's in more often than not.
Well, you can
I think so.
You can set it to jump to the movie. So if you see it's on later and you go, "Oh, I would like to watch that," but
I didn't know you
but
had
it's not
$1
on-
million
you can just- yeah, you can-
DVR there, buddy.
That was a feature that
Some
came
magic.
about after I cut the cord. I saw that once at somebody's house, and my mind was blown. It was like, all right, well, in 41 minutes when this movie starts, just automatically change the channel to this. And I was like, damn, where the hell was that when I was a kid?
You cut the cord a long time ago because this
did.
is a feature that has been around for a little while.
Okay.
Anyway,
The Contractor.
Contractor.
Which one's that one?
Well, it's directed by Tariq Saleh, and I don't know. He hasn't really done a lot of movies. He did one episode of Westworld, one episode of Ray Donovan. That's all I recognize.
What is up with Westworld right now? Because
Ugh.
oh, really?
Are you still watching it?
I've pretty much given up at
I
this point.
loved season 1.
So good.
And season 2.
And season 2 was good but confusing, but like it was just cerebral enough to go where I was hanging on. I'm like, okay, you still got me. Then season 3, and I love Aaron Paul, but I'm gone. I'm out.
Yeah.
Because they got out. And
I tried to hang around through season 2, very confusing, but right before 3 started, I rewatched 2, and I was like, oh, this is really good now that I can understand it better after a rewatch. Went through 3, very confusing.
it's as if I'm thinking I'm walking in like a algebra class and it's AP calculus. And I'm just like,
too much.
what is going on? Who
It's
do you
too
think
much.
we are?
You think you're walking into an algebra class and it's biology.
Ah.
Like, it's just not even in the same realm. I can't. It's almost like.
Do they take joy in confusing us?
I don't know, but I've seen a few I've seen a few articles that indicate that like some of the beloved characters are now starting to come back in season 4, and it's just like that's not even bringing me back in because it's like it feels like homework to try to figure out like what exactly is going on.
And not only that, they got out the gate. The first episode is so boring.
Oh my god!
It is
I could
so.
not
The first
agree
episode
more.
was so boring.
Oh,
I was
the
like,
new
my-
season? Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
you watched it.
I've watched like I think 4 episodes.
So you're
And
still
after,
in?
No, not anymore. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I remember when you did this with Walking Dead. It took you a while to get out.
It
but
did. It
you
did.
got out. Yeah.
I got out. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I wonder what's.
One of my neighbors that I've become friends with, we randomly got into a conversation about Westworld. He said he's really enjoying the new season. I, like Kaylin, watched one episode, found it to be excruciatingly boring. I'm also very disappointed. I have not continued, but I did hear from my neighbor that it is good. So I don't know who to believe.
Maybe it's
probably
again,
you guys.
Yeah, I mean, who should we believe? Our friends of almost a decade, or some random dude that Matt
No, I
moved
think Matt's
into-
neighbor.
moved in next to.
I don't know, man. He seems like a pretty smart guy.
I don't know what's going on with Westworld, but it bums me out because I loved it. Like the first season, it was like one of my
amazing.
favorite
It was
shows.
amazing.
Yeah, so it's what a bummer. What a cliff it's fallen off of.
Yeah.
And I think it's irredeemable now, just like Batgirl. All right, what are you doing?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
What is?
They
what is
made
this?
a
I don't know
$90
what this
million
is.
movie called Batgirl, and they announced today like it's never coming out because they think it's shit.
Who plays Batgirl?
WB released it. Like Michael Keaton's in it, I think.
Yeah,
and,
Michael
like,
Keaton
Really?
reprised his role as Batman. It was supposed to be like an HBO Max movie, and it like had a super overblown budget, and they've just decided like they're no longer gonna. They want every DC movie to be like a Marvel movie now. They're gonna spend like massive amounts of money on them, and
Yeah, DC. They're
trying.
Yeah, they're trying.
trying.
They're trying. They're trying. They got some hits every once in a while, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the Contractor. Which one's that one?
this is the one with the one on Showtime on cable.
Let's do a real quick flick it, he said.
All right, listen to this. Stars Chris Pine
Oh, okay.
and Ben Foster.
Yeah.
Chris Pine and Ben Foster. What does
Wait
that
a
make you
sec.
think of?
It makes it
Hell
think
or
of
High
hell
Water.
or
Hell
high
or High
water.
That's right.
Love
So,
that.
High hopes for this one, just
So this-
based on
Hell
those
or
two.
High Hopes.
so
people
based on that and the name of this movie, I imagine they are brothers who build houses.
Yes.
Yeah, you got no,
Oh.
not at all.
They're not
It
contractors.
would be the contractors if that were
Oh.
the case. The contractor.
Well, I guess one of them probably just doesn't have his license, and he's just like a assistant.
That's the whole movie. They're just contractors building houses. Yeah,
Sounds like pretty sick.
I think
that sounds like a Ben Foster movie.
Sounds
Right?
pretty sick.
Oh, it's contractors. I thought it was contractors.
No, it's contract.
Where they're they write contracts for people, like they're lawyers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they approve contracts. Yeah.
Also,
No?
also
Insurance.
in the movie is Kiefer Sutherland. That's
Hey.
yeah. Yeah, that's a name. That's a
Jack
name.
Bauer.
It's an hour and 43 minutes. It has a 47% critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a 72% audience rating. It's about a special forces sergeant who gets involuntarily discharged and picks up work as a contractor for a private underground military force to pay the bills. Yeah. Chris Pine and Ben Foster, I think of Hell or High Water, which is just such an amazing movie that obviously I'm going to go into this with such high expectations. I pulled a Matt. I watched the trailer for this. I stopped.
That's not pulling a Matt.
Okay, well, I stopped it. I didn't watch the whole trailer.
Yeah.
And
You won't watch trailers.
That's
at
something
all.
I do.
And then you told the waiter to come back in 50 minutes so you can order your next course.
I was like, hell yeah, this movie's going to be awesome. And of course, the acting is top notch. It was very slow getting into it. Once the action did get going, it's pretty regularly paced after that. But there's a couple really good action sequences, but also like really baffling moments that make you go like, why would you do that? How could that possibly happen in the situation?
So Chris
you're in right
Pine's like Hayden Christensen, and then
now?
Ben Foster is Natalie Portman.
Kiefer Sutherland's in there as the Jabberwocky.
It's very compact and linear. It's just he gets discharged, debates about becoming a contractor, gets one job, shit goes south. That's it.
Shit never goes north.
There's not really enough backstory or depth to the characters. Chris Pine, yeah, maybe there's some there, but nobody else in the movie whatsoever. And then they make you think that the events that happen is going to lead to like a much bigger effect on society or the system or something like that. And it doesn't. The movie just ends. So I have to say that I was disappointed in The Contractor.
Oh, I figured.
Not extremely.
Oh.
Because the action is decent enough, but I was ultimately disappointed. And it reminded me a lot of how I feel whenever there's pasta salad around.
Yeah.
I always see pasta salad there, and I'm always, hell yeah, I love pasta salad. I'm going to get at this. And then I'm gonna get at it. And then I get at it, and I go, you know what? I don't like this as much as I thought. And it's always the one thing that's left on my plate when I get rid of it. I'm just, it's never as good as I'm hoping that it'll be at any barbecue.
Needs more vinegar.
More vinegar, probably. So like pasta salad, The Contractor is unflickable. 6.2 out of 10.
Oh, that's not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
It's pasta salad.
Pasta salad.
Everything I think of pasta salad. There's an episode of Top Chef where everybody had to make a dish at a barbecue, and one chef's like, "I'll do the pasta salad." And so he makes a pasta salad. It might have been pretty good, but Tom Colicchio put him on the what they call the chopping block. You're one of three that could potentially be cast off the show. And Tom Colicchio just looks at him and goes, "Do you think you're gonna win this contest with a pasta salad?" And I always thought that, yeah, like you're never gonna wow anybody with a pasta salad. Like the highest you can go if you make a pasta salad is probably a 6.2.
Decent.
Yeah. So I love seeing it too. Like I guess I really like it as much as I like ice cream sandwiches. But I like it there, and I like seeing it, and I'll always put it on my plate. But yeah, it's never my number one thing.
That's exactly how I feel about potato salad. I like the pasta salad. I'll ultimately end up eating it, and I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
But the potato salad looks appealing.
Same, yeah.
And then I put it there, and I have one bite, and I'm like,
I feel like potato salad has a lot of range.
yeah, it does. Yeah. It's just never.
The good is really good, and the bad is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the potatoes just it's really all
the
in
potatoes are too hard.
Yeah.
Too big of chunks. That's no good.
Yeah. What's your favorite non-salad salad then?
Egg salad.
Egg salad's good. Tuna salad's good. But yeah, egg salad's number one, I think. Jello salad?
I actually have the official
Fruit salad.
I have the official non-salad salad rankings on my phone that I put together.
Is this fucking Shea Fondolin? What is happening right now?
Sorry. Yeah, you're
Jesus
right.
Christ,
Sorry.
it's an hour and 45-minute show.
Is it? Have we been
Yeah.
going that long?
We started at 5.
Holy crap. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Guess I'll have to wait till next time then. But
right.
I got
And
a
that's on the menu.
curveball
Oh.
in there for sure that you're not expecting.
We've absolutely covered this.
I updated
We
it.
definitely did the salad bowl or something like that. I have no doubt in my mind. All right.
fine. Caitlin,
We're
go
coming
get
up
the
on
dice.
350 episodes.
We have done a lot of them, yeah. All right. Well, why don't we go around and get our plugs in, and then we'll get out of here after this mega long episode. I'll start with Gary. What do you got, buddy?
follow Reasonable Doubt on YouTube, youtube.com/Reasonable Doubt Podcast. It's the only place I can post shows right now.
Yep. Make sure to do that.
My bad. I didn't know.
And Kaylin, what about you?
Sign up for our Patreon.
Whoa.
that's sneaking.
Look
Great
there,
plug.
there you go.
Kaylin
Somebody's
comes
not
in
asleep like I
swinging
am.
I
for
got
the
it. I got
fences.
one finally.
If you're a Patreon member, do you also get all of the regular show episodes that may or may not be on iTunes anymore, or are those all on iTunes right now? I don't even know.
They're all on iTunes.
I think they're all there, yeah.
Oh, they are. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
not a reason to join, but doesn't mean you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Correct.
But please, just join. It is the best and only way to truly support this podcast. And we really appreciate it. So thanks again to all the subscribers out there. Matt, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm just we'll second that. Sign up for our Patreon, listen to our movie nights, come be a part of our meetups, and we're going to do a Key 3 show tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that. Probably going to be one of the best shows we've ever done.
Probably.
It will be. It will be.
I mean, I
Mark
wouldn't,
my words.
I wouldn't call it the Key 3 in front of Kaylin if it was me, but, what are you going to do?
It happens.
Don't worry about
He knows
him.
what it is. He knows what it is. As for me, check out Easter Sunday in theaters out this Friday. Go to the movies and enjoy it. It's funny and it's heartwarming.
Will you
It's
be
all
going
want.
to see it?
I'm going to see it again. Yeah, I'm taking my family.
Nice.
Like the whole time watching, I'm like, Mom's going to love this. Like,
Yeah.
I just knew. And she's really excited to see it. And then also my band is playing at 25 Degrees in Huntington Beach this Friday, 8 p.m. Playing all
Nice.
night. So come out and hear some music. And then the San Clemente Fiesta Fest, Stage 1, closing it out at 4 p.m. August 14th, Sunday. All right, that'll do for Watercooler. Thanks so much for being here. We love you. Goodbye.